So some people ask, how does it work being in business with your spouse? That's always an interesting one. So I'll let my wife go first and answer that question.
So I think it takes a lot of focusing on the team versus focusing on yourself, because Terrell can tell you when we first started this business, guys, I went into it kicking and screaming. I wasn't interested in it. I mean, we both have full-time jobs, and it just seemed like a lot at the time, and I didn't want to give up my lifestyle. And to be honest, he wasn't even really asking me to give up anything. It was just, hey, I think we're good at this and we can do it and we can make a living out of it. So I think once I stopped focusing on my fears and being afraid and really started focusing on what we could do together as a team, that changed my perspective.
Yeah, and I think for me, it was really just understanding that I'm good at a few things. I'm not good at everything. And for me, I was lucky to be able to say that my wife is good in the areas where I'm not so good in. And to be honest with you, there were some areas where we had some gaps. Like when it comes down to marketing for our business, we had some gaps. So I wasn't great at it. I didn't have experience with it. She wasn't great at it either. So we kind of decided, hey, who's going to take the lead on this? Because one of us has to focus on learning and studying and getting better at it. And what we did is we kind of divided it up, and we said that my wife would be the one that focuses on that, and I would just focus on developing my skill with working with clients and developing more relationships with clients, while she focused on getting our message out there. So a lot of the videos you guys see, the blogs that you guys see, she's taking the lead and making sure that you guys get all of the information that we're sharing, all the free advice.
Is that a shout out? Is that a shout out?
I guess you could say that.
But I think ultimately, right, it just comes down to leveraging each other's strengths, because like Terrell said, none of us was good at marketing when we first started this business. And when it comes down to just running our business, I'm really good at bringing up ideas. Terrell's really great at execution. And before we realized that, we were just going back and forth constantly because I wanted to do everything. And there were times he wanted to do everything too. So it's just dividing and conquering, and then just being stronger together as a team.
Yeah, I mean, because that was very big for us, because when we were trying to go about the route of I wanted to do everything, it was all my idea. It was not
that
fun.
Was a big one. That was a big one because like I said, right, I went into this kicking and screaming. Terrell was doing this long before we got married, before we even met. He had gotten customers and deals done, and I was just coming into the picture like, hey, I'm here, I'm a CPA, I got this. But I didn't really have any results to show for it. So when it comes to presenting that business case, doing the financial statements, he's the subject matter expert in that, because I don't have that experience. And so just really relying on him for that. And then when we're doing taxes, I kind of step in. So it's just really figuring out what our strengths are, because if you try to do everything in your business and you don't leverage your teammates, you're only setting up yourself to fail, right?
I agree. So I would say, I mean, the biggest thing for us was just being honest with yourselves that you're going to make mistakes. And one of the big mistakes that we made is trying to do everything ourselves. My wife was trying to do everything herself. At times I was trying to do everything ourselves. And it wasn't helpful for our business. It definitely wasn't helpful for our marriage.
Nope.
Nor was it helpful for just our life, period. I mean, it was a very uncomfortable time to be around us and for us to be around one another. I mean, so it was just really being honest that, hey, there's some things I'm good at. There's some things I'm not good at. And you know what? You're going to find out that even as a team, there are some things that both of you just aren't good at. So you have to make a decision. Either you're going to hire someone to fill in that gap, or one of you, or maybe even both of you a little bit, have to step up your game and develop a skill that the team needs. And as we approached it more with the team mentality, that solved a lot of problems. Now, we're still working on some areas, so don't think that we got it down perfect. We're still working on some areas of that, working together as a team, and just be honest with yourself and say, hey, it's going to be a journey, but just have fun and just take the trip.